Greetings, citizens. In today's sphere of ever-growing technology, where the internet is vital to everyday affairs, governments, thieves, and commercial entities are snooping on your every move. As an American citizen, it galls me to no end that our liberties are diminishing on a daily basis. Take for instance the fascist concept of the fact that the NSA uses PRISM to surveil citizens over the internet. What exactly is PRISM? Let's examine this insidious spy software, and see how it can affect you. PRISM is a clandestine surveillance program, under which the United States National Security Agency, known as the NSA, collects internet communications from at least 9 major U.S. internet companies, including but not limited to Microsoft, Yahoo, Google, Facebook, Paltalk, YouTube, AOL, Skype, and Apple. Since 2001, the United States government has increased its scope for such surveillance, and so this program was launched in 2007. PRISM is a government code name for a data collection effort known officially by the SIGAD US 984XN. The PRISM program collects stored internet communications, based on demands made to internet companies such as Google Incorporated, under Section 702 of the FISA Amendments Act of 2008, to turn over any data that match court-approved search terms. The NSA can use these PRISM requests to target communications that were encrypted when they traveled across the internet backbone, to focus on stored data that telecommunication filtering systems discarded earlier, and to get data that is easier to handle, among other things. PRISM began in 2007 in the wake of the passage of the Protect America Act under the Bush administration. The program is operated under the supervision of the U.S. Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court, FISA Court, pursuant to the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. Its existence was leaked 6 years later by NSA contractor Edward Snowden, who warned that the extent of mass data collection was far greater than the public knew, and included what he characterized as dangerous and criminal activities. The disclosures were published by The Guardian and The Washington Post on June 6, 2013. Subsequent documents have demonstrated a financial arrangement between NSA's Special Source Operations Division, SSO, and PRISM partners in the millions of dollars. Documents indicate that PRISM is the #1 source of raw intelligence used for NSA analytic reports, and it accounts for 91% of the NSA's internet traffic acquired under FISA Section 702 authority. The leaked information came to light one day after the revelation that the FISA court had been ordering a subsidiary of telecommunications company, Verizon Communications, to turn over to the NSA logs tracking all of its customers' telephone calls. U.S. government officials have disputed some aspects of The Guardian and Washington Post stories and have defended the program, by asserting it cannot be used on domestic targets without a warrant, that it has helped to prevent acts of terrorism, and that it receives independent oversight from the federal government's executive, judicial and legislative branches. On June 19, 2013, U.S. President Barack Obama, during a visit to Germany, stated that the NSA's data-gathering practices constitute a circumscribed, narrow system directed at us being able to protect our people. Now that you understand a little about what PRISM is, and how it functions, how can PRISM affect you? According to the Business Insider, Tony Fullman, a Fiji-born New Zealand citizen, has been identified as the first known victim of the NSA's controversial program known as PRISM. Fullman, a pro-democracy activist, whom opposing Fiji's ruler at the time, has had his life upturned when New Zealand spies suspected he was plotting a violent revolution in Fiji. Intelligence operations from the NSA in New Zealand tapped telephones at Fullman's Business Foundation in 2012. His Australian home was raided by officials, and his passport confiscated. New Zealand spies recruited the NSA to intercept intelligence from Fullman's Facebook and Gmail accounts, whom in turn used the insidious PRISM program to do so. In the end, no evidence was ever found suggesting Fulman was ever plotting against the Fiji government. You might wonder how exactly Fulman's association with the Fiji government has to do with protecting American citizens. This is some of PRISM's handiwork at the hands of the NSA, using American taxpayer dollars. All U.S. government dissenters, aka domestic terrorists, should make no mistake what lengths your public servants will go to. Today it's Tony Fulman, tomorrow it may well be you, your wife, or your children.